Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today we're going to be talking about the New Orleans Pelicans and Detroit Pistons potentially making a trade. Could Zion Williamson potentially be headed to the Detroit Pistons? There was an article on Bleacher Report this morning that was NBA trade deadline predictions. Not NBA trade deadline, NBA offseason trade predictions. And one of the predictions, there was a bunch of predictions. I'll go over the others real quick. It was like Kevin Durant to the Heat, and then it was Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Rockets, which as a Rockets fan, I doubt that's going to happen. And Ja Morant staying in Memphis, and someone else staying where they are. I can't remember who the other guy, but someone else was not going to get traded. And then the final one, or one of the ones was Zion Williamson to the Detroit Pistons. And so this is where I think it gets interesting to talk about this potential deal and Zion potentially headed to the Pistons if the Pelicans were to potentially trade him. I remember a couple off seasons ago, I was talking about around the same time of year as well. I think it was like the NBA conference finals were going on. It was 2023, and I was talking about the Pelicans and Pistons potentially making a trade with Brandon Ingram potentially headed to the Pistons, because there were these rumors after the 2022-23 season that the Pistons might have had interest in Brandon Ingram. And this was when Monty Williams was becoming their head coach. And so that didn't happen. Honestly, that's a trade the Pelicans should have considered. They might have been able to get more value for Ingram after the 2022-23 season compared to trading him at the trade deadline in the 2024-25 season. Maybe they should think about that with Zion Williamson. Now, you waited too long to move Brandon Ingram. You probably could have got a little bit more value if you traded him earlier. They waited too long, and that you got some solid draft picks for him in the Toronto trade. But you could have got, I think, a lot more for him if you would have traded him a season or two earlier. But so now don't make that same mistake with Zion Williamson, I guess. Two-time All-Star. He's a great player this year. When he's on the court, he is absolutely spectacular. He averaged 25 points per game, 5 assists per game, and 7 rebounds per game, with 1 block and over 1 steal per game in only 28 minutes per game. Those numbers are good for a player who's playing a lot. 28 and a half minutes per game is not a lot. And was field goal percentage was really bright at 17 field goal attempts per game, shot 57%. Something I feel like Zion doesn't do enough is shoot threes. Zion earlier in his career, like his rookie year, second season, shot like his rookie season. When he shot threes, they were going in. He shot 6 for 14 from 3 in his rookie season. And then like other seasons, like the 2022-23 season or 2023-24 season, shot 7 for 19 from 3, 6 for 18 from 3 in the 2023-24 season. I think that's something he does not do enough. He has only made 32 threes in his career. He's not even attempted 100. That's something, if I were Zion, if you could work on that a little bit more, try to get more three-point shots up, he'd become even more dangerous. But I just think it's really impressive the fact that the man averaged 25, 7, and 5, and didn't even I wouldn't say he wasn't close, but he wasn't even at 30 minutes per game. Like last year, he averaged 22 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and 5 assists per game, and was at 32 minutes per game. So his minutes this year went down by 3, and his points, so his minutes per game this year went down by 3, but somehow his points still went up by 2. Assists went up by a half assist. Rebounds went up by almost 1.5. Field goal percentage went up, or actually stayed at the same. But his numbers got better even though he played way less this year. So that's one thing I would look at. But what does a trade for Zion Williamson look like? Here's the deal I put together to get Zion to Detroit. So here we go. Tobias Harris would be the big part of the deal, because you've got Zion's $40 million contract. You gotta fill that salary. So Tobias Harris would head to New Orleans. Tobias Harris, keep in mind, had a really good season this year for Detroit. I think he's a guy you'd like to keep around, but if you can get Zion Williamson for an old Tobias Harris, that'd be good. It's nothing against Tobias Harris, because he is great, but he's an expiring contract of this next season. So if you can get Zion for him, I think it's a no-brainer. You send Harris in the deal, and so he would be involved in this deal this year. Averaged 14 points per game. He averaged 6 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game. In the playoff series, he played really well for Detroit in their playoff series. Averaged 16 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 1 assist per game, 1 steal per game, and 1.5 blocks per game in the series against the Knicks, which was much better than he played last postseason. So Harris would be involved in the deal. Another guy that would be involved in the deal is their backup center, Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart, I think, has a lot of potential. I think that the other interesting thing for the Pelicans in this trade is they need some size. They need a big man. Isaiah Stewart could help with that. He's 23 years old, and I will say before I read out his numbers, he doesn't play that much. Only 19 minutes per game this year. Averaged 6 points per game, 6 rebounds per game. Here's a look at what he does when he plays a little bit more. 2023-24 season, 46 games, 45 starts, shot 49% from the floor, 38% from 3, 11 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 1 block, 2 assists. 2022-23 season, 50 games, 47 starts, and 11.3 points per game, 8 rebounds per game. The other player that would be involved in this deal would be Ron Holland, who was the draft pick for the Pistons last year. Ron Holland is 19 years old and went 5th overall in the draft last year. Ron Holland this year played 81 games, 2 starts, 16 minutes per game, 47% from the floor, averaged 6.4 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, is a great defender, and those are his numbers, only 15 minutes per game this year. Is still 19 years old, has a lot of upside defensively. And then there would be 2 first-round picks involved in this deal for the Pelicans. They would receive they would receive a 2027 first-round pick that belongs to the Pistons, a 2029 first-round pick that is top 3 protected from the Pistons. They'd also receive a 2025 second-round pick via Toronto. So a second-round pick, 2 firsts, Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, Tobias Harris for Zion Williamson. And the reason why, you wonder why Zion Williamson, as good as he is, why is he not worth more than he should be? With the way he plays on the floor, he should be trade value wise should be something around what Luka was. The reason I say Luka is Luka better than Zion? Yes, but if the trade package he got was not what he's worth, maybe that is what a guy like Zion was worth when he is fully healthy on the court. I think the package you saw that the Mavs got for Luka, that's the kind of package Zion would get if he was fully healthy. But he is never fully healthy. Only 30 games this year for the Pelicans, 70 the year before, which is great for this Pelicans team, but 29 games in the 2022-23 season, didn't play in the 2021-22 season. So you'd like to see years for Zion like the 2023-24 season where he plays 70 games and only misses 12. Or the 2020-21 season where he's an all-star and plays 61 of the 72 games. Keep in mind, that was a shortened season. And only misses 11 games. That is great, but you've only seen that in 2 seasons of Zion's 6 seasons in his career, and so that's what makes me think Zion's value is much more down than it would be if he was fully healthy. Let me know your thoughts on the potential trade in the comment section, and peace out.